Hey, good morning, sports fans. Hey, this is the second clip. We did an intro clip that you may have already seen, that we were going to do a horn install on the Little Red 1992 300ZX twin turbo. Because our OEM horns, which are 31 years old, decided to start buzzing instead of, at least one of them is buzzing instead of making a horn sound. This is one that we removed here so you can see it. This is the old factory OEM horn. I think the diaphragm has just had it. I mean, they do, you can see pitting on there. Water does get through the Stillen nose, and it does get hit with water over time and moisture, and just dirt and grime and road debris gets in there. And I just think the diaphragm, at least on one of them, I haven't removed the other one, but they're both coming off. And what we've decided to do, only because we saw a couple of YouTubes, these are fairly inexpensive. I think they cost about 70 bucks. I think we ordered these through MA Performance, but any of those part supplier websites, we have a really good history with MA Performance. They do a great job and stand behind their products. But so anyway, we saw a YouTube video. Someone installed these on the 300ZX, and I thought, hey, we need new horns. Let's just, inexpensive. Let's just try these. So that's what we're doing. So this is a look at one of the new hella, like they say in California, which means a whole lot of. Like hella good means really good. But this is a look at them. So they have two terminals on the back. You see the bracket, which is actually important. Their instructions say don't alter the bracket or try to use a different bracket. This bracket actually contributes to the tonal quality of the horn. I'm not really sure how they can prove that, but if they don't include a resonance chart or any kind of diagram that shows proof that this bracket is actually affects the tonal quality of the horn. But you see two terminals there. So one of them is going to be, we're going to attach the Z's horn wire, which has a connector on the end, and on the Z you can see there's just one connector. The Z horn gets its ground from this bracket. What we're going to do here, because this bracket on the new horn, the Hella horn, is not ground, we're going to attach the Z horn wire here on one terminal. We're going to create a terminal using our terminal kit on the other side, and use some I think this is 18 gauge wire that we got at Ace Hardware. We're going to create a ground wire. We're going to attach it to the other terminal and then ground it to the chassis. I don't know exactly where yet, but it probably will not be in this. This is the mounting bolt for the OEM horn. Of course, we're going to use it for the Hella, but we don't have any eyelet type connectors that are this large. We're going to see if we can find another place to ground the horns and that. So we're going to do that. But the really fun part, and the part that can't be avoided, and I'm going to walk out to the Z so you can see. So this is the walking outside part of my video, and I do know how to edit very basically, but I'm not going to edit this out. I'll just walk out here and show you what we're dealing with. So we have the Z up in the air. Absolutely essential, because this front fascia, this Stillen GTZ-R Generation 1 front fascia has to come off. And the reason why, I'll show you. I'm going to show you. So that you're looking inside the grill right there. You see that hole? That's where the OEM horn was mounted on this side. And naturally, we've got zero ability to reach in there. The intercoolers are right here. That wire that you see here, this is the horn wire. That was the fog lights. We deleted those with these. These are Power Tricks fog light ducts. I can't say that. It's early in the morning. It's about 4 in the morning. We're starting this project. But this is the connector I recommend, highly recommend, I already have done, always on any time you're working with electrical, get some electrical contact cleaner. I'll give you a look at some here. This is just CRC electronic cleaner. Has a little straw applicator, and just spray out those connections. Anytime you're touching any electronics, take some, this is just CRC QD electronic cleaner. Spray it out and get all the crud. When I sprayed this horn connector, grease and grime, and I had to have a paper towel so it wouldn't like leak on the front fascia, but a ton of crud came out of it. So I highly recommend, anytime you're doing any anytime you unplug anything electrical on your Z, spray it with this, and put it, when you put it back, you're putting it back a clean connector. So anyway, the fun part I talked about, so this front fascia has to come off. It's not a fun project. There's I'll show you underneath. There's a lot of bolts, nuts that have to come off. We also have, if you look, you see we have Z-Speed crash plates, or I'm not sure what they're exactly called, but they're protective plates under the car. And so this front one is attached to the front fascia. So we're gonna try to just let it come off with. On each side though, you'll see it's actually connected to this is the front fender assembly here. Those are brand new and they are very expensive. It's not that Concept Z Performance is gouging you, they just are expensive. It's an OEM part. But so that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna remove the front fascia. Not one of our favorite things to do, but it has to happen. Then we'll have just perfect access down in here to the, see, that's where the horns are gonna go. On this side, you'll see the OEM horn is still there. That's gonna be removed, and with the front fascia off, we can do whatever we want. Without it, there's no room to work. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna remove the front fascia, and I'll check back in with you when we have it off and start doing the install on the horns. All right, okay, stay tuned.